Welcome back to the special edition of Black Enterprise Business Report. I'm Sean Gables. We're taking you behind the scenes of the Black Corporate Directors Conference. What is the purpose of all of this? How does it impact you? And how does businesses, both big and small, benefit? What's the Lux life from making green to playing on the green? But first, the brain trust behind this annual gathering of our nation's leading black directors of BE 100 and Fortune 500 companies. Here's John Rogers, Chairman and CEO of Ariel Capital Management, and Charles Tribbett, Managing Director of Russell Reynolds Associates. What do you hope to accomplish with the conference this year?
I think that this conference came together 6 years ago. All we really wanted was to bring people together and for them to get to know each other. And now we are 6 years later. We need to do more than just bring people together and socialize. We have a really good opportunity to make a significant difference. And that difference is in diversity. Diversity in terms of individuals going into corporations all the way up to potentially becoming CEOs of companies.
But what I think I've been most excited about, every year we've had, most recently, what we call our speaker who is sort of the conscience of the conference. So in the past it's been Lerone Bennett, who is the editor of Ebony for Johnson Publishing. We've had Vernon Jordan come and talk about his corporate experience and his civil rights leadership and the difference that he's been able to make in people's lives. Last year we had Taylor Branch, who wrote The King Years. And this year we have William Roden, who wrote the $40 Million Slaves book. And in each case we're hoping that these terrific leaders can inspire the African American directors that are here at the conference to go back to their boardrooms and make a difference.
Is it easier for an African American board member to champion diversity, knowing that they have this corporate group now of you all together collectively having their back?
That's exactly the vision, that's exactly the dream, that together as a group it will allow us to ask the right questions in the boardroom and push hard with the CEO and the CFO and the lead director to make a difference.
When we started this conference, we talked about the fiduciary responsibilities of not just being black, but being a director responsible for the shareholder and overseeing the company and protecting the interests of the shareholders. And I think one of the things that still is coming out of this conference is how to be a good director.
Our viewership is not everyone who is at the top of their game. These are many who are just starting out companies, just got hired by a Fortune 500 company, BE 100 company. How do they position themselves to be attractive to being recruited or seeking to be on a board?
Well, we actually have talked about that every year, and we talked about it again today, where it seems to be that most minority directors have gotten involved in a corporate board based upon their prior success of being involved in the community. Volunteering to help with the local civil rights organizations, getting involved with political leadership in their hometown, just being someone who's visible out there, showing they have concern for others, and it's a way for them to then interact with CEOs who might then suggest them for a corporate board.
You make it sound easy, gentlemen. Thank you. Promoting diversity, hands down, dominated the conference agenda. The CEO of DreamWorks Animation spoke on what he's doing to make a difference. Since blacks and Latinos make up a large percentage of consumers in entertainment, why isn't there more diversity in the industry, in your opinion?
I think we are an old business in a way, and so to some degree, as an industry that's been around for 80 years, you're overcoming heritage. And to have the kind of changes that need to occur to get the kind of representation on the making side of our business that is more reflective on our customers in it is something that's wrenching. It's not going to happen, casually. It's going to happen because people make it happen with purpose.
But I think that by your success, you have put yourself in the position where now young entrepreneurs or students coming out of high school and college see what you've done with DreamWorks as, wow, that's something I can attain.
I could have come here today and offered up a whole list of accomplishments and things that we've done at DreamWorks that I think would have been very impressive to this audience. We are probably going to end up with the first African-American director of an animated movie in 80 years. We had the first actor, leading actor, the protagonist of our story, the first time in 80 years in the history of animation was in a DreamWorks animated movie. I can talk about the diversity in our movies. Well known, Eddie Murphy, Wanda Sykes, Chris Rock, on and on and on. I could give you the list of things that we've done well.
Was that an agenda for you?
Yes, these things were agendas, but I'm telling you, relative to the big picture, it's not an accomplishment that I sit there and think, wow, we've done great. We haven't done great. We've just done okay.
What has been DreamWorks' diversity efforts?
You know, our efforts are ongoing. They're every day, and they're in little ways. They're in big ways. You know, in terms of how we deal with outside firms, we aggressively look to deal with community-based, minority-based firms that do business with our company. And I think we probably are better in that than we are in terms of what I have sort of articulated as my frustration about, you know, how to do a better job in terms of getting our workforce more diversified. You know, success will come by many, 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 many small things as opposed to some overnight, you know, magic little, you know, thing that's going to fall in front of us. It's going to, you know, transform, you know, the diversity of our workforce.
Up next, from the emergency room to the boardroom, this power player is saving lives, one portfolio at a time.